You'll be absolutely fine.
Okay.
Hello there, welcome to QVC. Now, you may have noticed that we've got a lot of greenery around us. That's because we're part of the gardening show today. And I've got Danny Clarke here, our expert gardener. Danny, thanks for coming in.
Well, some people like to think I'm an expert, but other people might differ.
Well, I'm hoping today to be able to pick up a few tips from you.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I've got the greenest fingers in the world.
Right.
But tell us a bit about your...
But you know what being green-fingered is all about?
No.
It's about observation.
Right.
Right? So if you look at your plant, every day you go into your plant will tell you what it needs.
Okay.
Right? So it's going to either want water
Yeah.
or it's going to want feeding. Now, it will tell you.
How will we know?
Because it'll droop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It'll droop.
Right.
It'll say, water me, or feed me. One of those two
One of
things.
the two.
And then you jump to it and you give it what it needs. And before much longer, it's a lot happier.
See, I like this. Simple.
It'll pick up.
Right. So, obviously, your background is in gardening. What have you been doing of late? What's your current sort of work?
Well, I've been designing and building a garden over in Essex, miles away from where I live at the moment.
Okay.
It's about an hour and a half's drive. It's been a real sort of bind getting there, but it's been a great project to be involved with.
So designing gardens is part of what you do?
I design and build gardens, so I'm very hands-on.
Yeah.
So I don't just sort of design a garden on a piece of paper and then give it to someone and get them to build it, and then call in every now and again and project manage it and then walk off again. I'm actually hands-on.
I like it.
So I get my hands dirty.
You get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what gardening's all about, isn't it? It is literally getting involved. And if you're passionate with plants and flowers, then there's no better way to spend your time, is there?
It's great. Get your hands in the soil.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, lovely feeling. And I love getting the soil between my fingernails. I know they look a bit clean at the moment.
Well, I was going to say, you've done a good job on cleaning them.
Well, yeah, I had a bit of a wash this morning before I came here. That's the only reason.
Good
But
boy.
normally, my fingernails are caked in mud.
Yes.
That's because this soil is very tactile. I love the feel of it.
Well,
and it makes me feel good.
It makes you feel at home, I guess, as well.
It does
it's
make you feel at
where
home.
you're used to working. What is this particular plant that you've brought in? Because it's gorgeous. I love the vibrancy of the green.
It's a pittosporum.
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 Is that Latin?
Or a paper. It's Latin. The common name is paper bush.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know that.
And it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just look
it
at
is
those colours.
lovely.
And I know you commented on the colour of it before.
Yeah.
You know, before we did this segment, and how lovely it is. And that's what it's grown for. It has a small white flower, which is insignificant. It's not really grown for that.
Okay.
It's grown for its leaf. And look how wonderful that is. Now, this is a
it's beautiful, isn't
Pittosporum variegatum, which basically means that the leaf has got two colours.
Oh, it does. It's almost like a sort of camouflage, isn't it? With its,
Yeah,
the light
that's a
and the
good
dark.
way. That's a good way to look at it. It's almost like a camouflage. But the great thing about this is that see how these stems are quite long?
Yes.
If you keep these tight clipped, this shrub will bush up.
Oh, okay.
So you can topiarise it. Do you know what topiary is?
Only because you told me before. Remind us again.
Basically, you can shape it. All
Yeah.
right, so you can shape it into a nice oval or something round.
Could you do like those balls, you know, when you see on fancy hedges?
Yes, you could, but it would take time, and you'd have to keep
Sure.
clipping it. If you do that, this will thicken up in the middle, and it will look nice and tight. It will look absolutely gorgeous.
Now, would you do that topiarising?
Would I do that?
Yeah, is
yes,
that
I
part-
would. I had one of these in my garden.
Okay.
In fact, I had several in my garden because I love them so much because they give interest all year round. And what I used to do 2 or 3 times a year is just give it a light clip like
to
this,
form it.
all around the plant, just to form it, and it will thicken up on the inside. Because what you're doing by clipping it, lots of light and air is getting through into the middle, and that promotes growth.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because it looks gorgeous, and you've talked about how we can make it more artistically, but
Right.
when we get it back, because you know when we send them from QVC, they're in a box.
Yeah.
So when you receive them, but I think, like myself, I think a lot of people will be thinking, well, what do I do when I get it out of the box? How I don't want to kill it from box to garden.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to overwater it. That's the important thing.
Don't want to
All right.
water it.
No, overwater.
Oh, yeah.
Overwater.
You see,
needs watering. Every plant needs watering, but this needs less than most.
Okay.
Now, it takes about 3 years to establish.
Oh wow,
All
really?
right?
That
And
sounds
once
a long time.
established, it will probably put on about 9 inches to a foot a year. It grows
Gosh.
quite quickly, and they grow very tall.
So they go
But
tall.
I
right.
would be inclined to keep it under control. Don't let it go wayward. because your customers won't be thanking me for it.
They're going to be over the neighbour's garden fence.
That's right. Yeah.
We're going to have, I mean, this, I love this. I love the fact that we can put it straight into the garden. Just tell us briefly in terms of light and shade and ideal soil to put it into.
Right. It likes half sun or full sun, all right? And it shouldn't be planted in an exposed place, all right? So it wouldn't like the very bitter cold north winds.
Okay.
All right, so as long as you do that, it would be absolutely fine. It doesn't like being waterlogged, so you must make sure there's plenty of drainage. All right, so if it gets waterlogged, it's susceptible to root rot.
Okay.
But apart from that, very, very simple to grow. And the thing is, what really surprises me about this plant, I don't see it grown as a hedge often enough. Because it would make a wonderful, wonderful hedge.
Well, there perhaps lies a challenge for you. So 917-845 is your item number. £19.50. We'll get it out your door in the next 3 to 5 working days, making orders, of course, at qvcuk.com. Now, Danny, this has been catching my eye the entire time. This is incredible.
I knew you had your eyes on this.
I did,
didn't I?
I?
You did.
From the minute you walked in.
But you can't have it, I'm afraid, because it's mine. It's all mine.
Did you hand rear this?
No, I didn't hand rear it. I like to say that I did, but I didn't. But isn't it beautiful?
What is its name? How do we address it?
It's
gorgeous.
It's an Edgeworthia.
Now, I know it's got a bit of history to it, doesn't it?
Well, it was brought in from the Himalayas by a guy called Michael Edgeworthia.
Right.
All right? Or Edgeworth, I think his name is. But anyway, we'll go with Michael Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Google that, Michael Edgeworth. And it's an absolute stunner. It's a real show-off. And you know, this time of year when you might be suffering a bit from the blues.
Oh, yeah, January blues.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't suffer from that.
Well,
because all I've got to do is look at this. Look how wonderful it is. And the great thing about this is this colour, this creamy colour.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah,
and it turns yellow.
That. So
in the February, around about February time, this will be festooned in a lovely yellow colour.
Really?
And the bonus is you get a lovely fragrance.
Well, you were saying that, Danny was saying that when he brought it here, you had it in your car.
Yeah.
And now your car is naturally perfumed just from literally carrying it. And that's before the flowers have even begun to flourish.
Exactly. But can I say something?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people will actually say that, you know, they've got kids, they've got dogs.
Oh,
and,
yes.
You know,
racing through the garden,
I tell you what, dogs and children don't really go with really nice gardens. I hate to say this, but don't generally, because they do tend to wreck it.
Pick up the flowers like this.
Yes. But look, let me show you this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bend that.
Gosh, isn't it going to snap?
No, it won't snap. It's very, very bendy.
Wow.
And do you know what? On the young stems, you can tie them into knots. The young stems can be tied into knots.
How
if you wanted to,
can
you imagine all these knots all over this tree?
That's real artistry.
That would be real artistry.
Have you ever done that?
No. I'm not certain I would recommend it. But I just want to make a point that, you know, it's almost indestructible.
But that is great. You're absolutely right, because the summertime, the springtime, we want to be out in the garden with our families, get the grandkids over if you've got little kids yourself.
Exactly.
There is that thing. We don't want to be saying to younger members of the family, oh, stay away, stay away.
No.
It really takes the fun out of the garden, doesn't it?
It'll take a football, it'll take someone landing on it, you know, and it will bounce back.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to be too precious with this plant.
Well,
Now, another great thing, sorry for cutting in, but the other great thing about this plant is that after it's flowered, you will get an exotic shaped leaf covering the plant.
Really? What colour is the leaf?
It's green,
but
it's got a lovely shape, lovely long sort of ovalate shape.
Oh gosh, this is the plant that keeps giving and giving. It literally is. And where does it like to live, and what's the soil and water that it needs, and light conditions?
It is the cousin of the Daphne odora. So it likes the same conditions as the Daphne. So basically, loamy soil. So the soil has to be,
loamy
soil.
I don't know what that
is. So
nice,
rich, loamy soil.
Okay.
Okay. Fertile soil.
Fertile
soil.
To
you and I, fertile soil.
Right, yes.
So nice,
to us,
it likes
fertile
that,
soil.
Right?
Yeah.
And it likes to be sheltered.
Yes.
As long as you give it those conditions, it'd be absolutely fine.
So keep away from bright, direct sunlight, basically. It's not for the front of the house.
No, it does like sunshine.
Yes.
That's really what it needs. Half sun and sunshine, it'd be absolutely fine. But it needs to be sheltered in a shelter spot. That's all I'm saying.
Sheltered rather than shade.
Yeah, rather than shade.
Okay.
And it'd be absolutely fine. And the great thing about this also, it's disease resistant. So not a lot will kill it
It's
disease-wise.
an easy, so it likes a bit of light and shade. It's disease resistant. Danny, thank you so much for coming in.
My
It's been
pleasure.
an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank
and
you.
I hope you managed to pick one up. They're gorgeous. See you soon. Bye-bye.